Hello, good evening to each and every one of you sisters. How are you doing this evening? I'm so excited to be before you on tonight. This is Hope for the Holidays, and I am Leah Nicole. I'll be your host on today. I am so excited for this moment and what this moment is going to bring forth. This holiday season can be trying for several different reasons, whether it be grief, whether it be depression, anything that people around us and during the holiday seasons could be struggling with that sometimes we don't even understand. And so tonight, I want to encourage everyone in hope, to have hope and to bring forth hope in you for the holiday season. Today, I want to start off with a very quick chat check-in, which is I want to know what are some things you are hopeful for this holiday season. I know for me, one of the things that I am hopeful for is making memories. The holiday seasons for me, sometimes I don't have many good memories. And so this year I'm hopeful and I'm excited because I'm making brand new memories with my children, with sisters, with family, and with the Woman Gone Warrior Worldwide Network sisters who I love dearly. So I'm so excited and hopeful for that. I pray that each and every one of you, as you're typing in these things, I'm going to pray over those things and for you for this holiday season. So the things that you're hopeful for, we want to get excited about it. We are starting into the holiday season with a bang this year. One of the things that I wanted to discuss on today and on tonight, excuse me, and I'm so excited about is that the holiday season, when we think about some of the things that they bring forth joy. We think about getting cozy with those that we love because, you know, it's cold outside, it's snowing, or wherever you are, it may be snowing, or it's very cold. So we cozying up with loved ones, laughter, games, of course, the Christmas shopping, and just the thought of family. And so I wanted to celebrate or have this moment to kind of bring that to the forefront of the holiday season this year. And so I'm very, very, very grateful that each and every one of you are joining. If you are here, hello, how are you doing? I can't see your comments, but I know and I feel your presence. So I'm so grateful for each and every one of you. Hi, Dewanda, how you doing? I did see that. Hi, Albertine. I'm so grateful to see each and every one of you on tonight. So I'm going to give you a backstory on me and why it is so important on tonight to share the meaning of hope with you guys and what it is to really have hope in things this holiday season. And so my story is I didn't get the general holiday feel up until I was older, maybe in my mid 20s, that I really began to start kind of enjoying that. One of the things I struggle with during the holiday season is grief. I lost both parents during the holidays and during seasons where you're supposed to be celebrating family. And so it became very difficult for me to find the hope and to be joyful and to embrace the holiday season and what it truly meant. For me, I kind of blocked it out. And so this year, it's been very different for me. Of course, knowing what this holiday season truly represents, which is not the Christmas gifts or, you know, those type of things, but truly being able to celebrate Jesus Christ this holiday season and what he brings to the holiday season encourages me and hope. So this holiday season, I'm still looking for some of what you guys are hopeful for this holiday. I'm standing with you for that. Healthy relationships, yes, that is so important this holiday season, to have friends and to have sisters that you can absolutely celebrate with and have memories with, have fun game nights and going shopping and just making those things very memorable this year. So I'm standing with you for that, Karen. I'm standing with you for that. I am hopeful also. I have one giant wish list, and I think that God is pretty much making good on that, and that was to move into my very first home. And so I was hopeful for that, and I am so hopeful that even in moving it in this holiday season, that God will bless each and every one of you with something that you're hopeful for. And so as we continue, yes, Latrice, hopefully hoping for love during the holidays, hopeful for love. Yes, yes, Latrice, love, love. That is such a big thing during the holiday season because Jesus Christ himself is love. And so we want to bask in that love, whether it comes from co-workers, friends. We just want to spread the love of Jesus Christ. And that is what hope truly is. That is what hope truly can be found in. Thank you. Thank you. So before we go any further, we have such an amazing guest with us tonight. Tonight, I wanted to bring forth someone that can maybe identify with each and every one of you and help even the more to shed light on having hope for the holidays and what it means to walk in that hope, especially after grief, after trauma, and how the steps to moving towards having hope this holiday season. So we have an amazing guest. I'm super excited to see her. I want to encourage each and every sister that's watching me right now to like, share, and subscribe. I want you to share this link, put in someone's inbox, let somebody know we're here and we're on. I'm so grateful. And now we're going to introduce our very amazing special guest. I don't want to mispronounce her name, so I'm going to call her Q until she pops up. But I just want to introduce you to her so that we can share in her story. And I'm looking for more. Hello, how are you, beautiful? How are you doing tonight?
Hey, I'm wonderful. You.
I am amazing. I'm amazing. I am hopeful for this holiday. And I first want
Yes,
you to
sir.
get you to
That's what
pronounce
it is.
the name for our supporters.
Of course, it's Quinea. Doesn't look like it, but that's how we pronounce it, baby. Quinea.
Quinea, I'm so honored to have you on tonight. I'm so blessed to be in your presence. I got to talk with you just for a brief couple of moments and to hear your story. And I want to say that it blessed me so tremendously. And so I'm so excited. I want you to give our sisters just a little background into who you are, share your testimony with them if you don't mind.
Absolutely. So, good evening, my champions, because that's what I know God has created all of us to be. So, my name is Quinea Futrell. I am a transformational coach, and I champion for those of us, right? And I say us very loosely, for those of us who have dealt with mama trauma and what those wounds of having trauma with mama feels like and what that looks like. And so, my entire mission until the day I'm out of here is to make sure that I am able to help those of us who have those struggling relationships with while they're still here. And even if they are now gone, right? How can we heal through that? How do we love beyond that? How do we find freedom in that? How do we even trust a God after we've been traumatized on that level? So this is what my soul purpose is. And my story behind all of that is simple, right? Growing up, having my own mama issues, having a mom locked up most of my life, having a mom on drugs most of my life, even losing her to that battle last October, coming home from her last bid, being incarcerated, and within 24 hours, losing her to that. And so, even in all of that, because God allowed me to do my healing work, I was able to make sure that when I buried her, I was able to do so and hear well done. I was able to do so with the freedom of knowing that I had forgiven her, that I had loved her with my boundaries at every extent that I could, and that I had done all that God had asked me to do and put aside all of that hurt and all that anger that comes from being traumatized in that spectrum. So that is who I am. That is what I do. And I am here to help and answer anything that I can while I'm here.
Yes, yes, thank you. Listen, I was inspired with your story because for me, I had the same thing going on with my mom. I walked for years, and it was such a struggle during the holidays for me because I felt like I didn't have what the holiday meant. That love, that when you think about the holidays, you think about having family around. And so, what if you could share with some of our sisters how did you take from that and still have hope for the holidays? How did you move forward in having hope?
Well, honestly, it was a personal decision, right? So I decided that when she died, that it wasn't going to be both going into that grave, right? Which is what happens a lot of times when you lose a loved one, right? You fall into the trap of that one stage of grief and never get to experience the rest, right? It's just the sadness or just the anger of it. But there's so much more abundant life that God has for us. Their time was up, and be okay with whatever that reasoning is or whatever the ending is, because there's a time and a season for everything, right? And so for me, I'm just a realist. I'm gonna just be honest, right? So when family was all, oh my God, I can't believe you just so cool about this. I'm like, yo, y'all know what it was. Y'all know what sis did. Y'all know what the situation was. Hey, it was time. Like God had already instructed me and told me that at this time, she couldn't go any further on this journey, that it was time to go ahead and just let this go, that this had to happen. I'll never forget hearing that. This had to happen now. And me trusting God, just trusting him with the stuff I like, but trusting him enough even in this, and to understand that I was going to enjoy my holidays, period. And in order for me to do that was to really tap to myself that I needed. And just magic, it ain't no hocus pocus to it. It really starts with a decision and doing the healing work behind that decision.
That is amazing. And what, if you could define hope for you, what does hope look like for you? What does hope mean for you?
Hope is everything. It's one of those things where how we can go as a human, right? You can go for so long without water or for so long without air, but hope, come on, we all need that. Like we all chasing that, really, right? That's why the man's still online selling water. Talk about we still chasing that hope, but I think it's that is needed because it's something that keeps us at peace. It's something that keeps us knowing that no matter what it is that you're facing now, that hope tells me that it doesn't always have to be like that. Hope tells me that this is not the end. That hope tells me that, yeah, my life might have started off growing up having parents incarcerated. My life might have started off with drug dealer parents, right? My life might have started off with all that craziness. But the hope says that ain't how it's going to end.
Amen. Listen, I need you to hashtag hope for the holidays for me. Put it in the chat. Let us see it. My God, listen. That encouraged me so much because it was so hard for me to even define what hope was. Like I had lost all hope. And so this season I found that it was easier. Like once I, like you said, began to walk out of guilt and out of the shame and out of the trauma of what was happening, what had taken place, I was able to then find hope again. And so I'm so excited that you were able to share that and share in this moment. It's just one of those things where a lot of us don't know how to let go of that trauma. And so I guess my question would be to you, how do you let go of that mama, like you call it, mama trauma? So how would you let go of that mama trauma?
The mama trauma, girl. It's really like it's a letting it go to an extent, right? So you're letting it go, but you're letting it go to someone you trust. For me, the only thing I know to be real and trustworthy and consistent in this good earth is the Lord, right? Right to him, right? I can let that trauma go and release that to him to allow healing to take place. So that's where my healing work comes in. That's really the only way that you really let it go. Because it's not like hey, girl, you got issues with your mama. Girl, let that go. It's okay. You grown now. Nah, that's not real. That's not real. I don't care how old you are. Trauma does not have, what they say, age ain't but a number. Trauma don't care about none of that. You can be 6 and have mama trauma, and you 66 right now. And guess what? Mentally, you are still 6, sis. Because you still operating out of those same trauma responses of the things she did to you. You can't keep a relationship. You at the job acting crazy. Everything ain't lining up, but you still praying. You still running the church. You still doing all this stuff, but you ain't doing your healing work. There's still a work to be done. We got to have the definitely the tool of prayer, but we need some healing to go.
Yes, and that is such a powerful point that you made. In order to obtain, I feel like really walk in hope, you have to heal. They go hand in hand. And so I want you guys in the chat to hashtag heal. This holiday season, we're walking not only in our healing, but in our hope. When we are healed and when we are whole, not just healed, but when we are whole from whatever the thing is that you were walking in trauma to or in bondage to, if you are walking free from that thing, I need you to hashtag heal. I need you to hashtag healed and let me see it in the chat, because this is how we're going to be able to obtain. I don't care if it's grief, it could be abuse, it could be anything that has stolen the hope and the joy that you have, not even just for the holidays, but in general. And we know, like, the joy of the Lord is our strength. We know Jesus himself, what happened, why we celebrate leading up to Christmas is Jesus, and he himself is hope. And so I really appreciate your story, because it shows that we are champions and we can walk and still be hopeful for the holidays. We can't allow our past to snatch that joy and what the holidays represent, because I feel like we then rob ourselves of truly having the encounter during the holidays. I have a funny story. Once I did begin to embrace the holidays and walk into it, I actually had an encounter during the holidays, which made it even the more joyful for me. It was a moment where he just kind of came and sat with me, and I could feel the hope being restored to me. And so I'm just grateful for your story, because it encourages me. Just like my sisters in the chat, that we may walk through things, but we can't let it steal our hope. And so today I have a question I want to ask sisters in the chat. What are some memories that you have made during the holiday season, or some things that you do, whether it be traditionally during the holiday seasons, that bring you to a place of joy and that keep you hopeful? I want you to put some of those things in there. I want you to share them, because maybe there are sisters in the chat who don't generally have traditions, or don't know how, in walking into having hope for the holidays, don't quite know what to do and how to celebrate. Put some of those great, amazing ideas, traditions, celebrations in the chat for our sisters to see and share. And so I want to ask you, Q, what are some things that you do around the holiday season that really help you to experience and walk in that joy and love? What are some things that you do, some traditions?
So for me, what I've started doing, particularly after the transition of mom, which was just October of last year, then crazy enough, 2 weeks right after that, my grandmother died, her mom. About hope for the holidays, baby. That was something. But that was my first Christmas of peace, of I'm going to be intentional. So I think that the best thing that I've done since that whole traumatic experience, right, has been to create memories, to create new memories. None of my holidays will be the regular old spend, just get gifts, just show up for stuff that you don't really want to be at, be around people you don't really want to be around. My intentional mother, I knew the holiday was coming. It coming every daggone year, and I refused to be in the house thinking about it or trying to be sad or to grieve in that way. So I chose to do something new and different. I told my family, look, for the first year, I know what I want. I want to go to medieval times. I want to get a room. I want to go and experience this show. I want to go do something. And it was beautiful. Just like Christmas, already planned with something memorable with it to go and do. So everything that I do from that moment on, honestly, has been with intent and has planned so that it can make sure that it's something that we are all able to walk away with, so that when it's time for me to even transition, now I've left my children with something new and memorable that they'll forever have.
Oh my gosh, that is so important, leaving a legacy. And that's something that I was even expressing with one of my sisters. Like, I wanted to do different things this holiday season, different than we've ever done them before. And one of the things that I wanted my children to get to experience is doing the Christmas tree, putting up the Christmas tree, the lights and the ornaments, and even making some. Like I got some little things that I wanted to try out with them, just to leave them, like you said, it's so important to leave a legacy of hope. And so that just was powerful to me, what you just said, because that has been my theme for this holiday season. I want to leave a legacy of hope behind for my children, that they can hope for the holidays, that they can hope for every day. But I just want to leave that legacy. It's very, very important, because nowadays things are so untraditional. Things are so just like you just kind of walking into
it's trying to rob us of our joy.
Yes. And so we have to just kind of leave that legacy for our children, leave those things that they can even look to, so it's not even just about us being free and hoping for the holidays, but we're hoping for the holidays so that they can hope for the holidays. I thank you for that. That blessed me tremendously. And it's one of the things that I'm definitely looking forward to. So tell me a little bit about your website. I know you have a website, you have some things that are coming up. Just kind of share with some of the ladies what you have going on and where they can kind of keep in contact with you.
Absolutely. So whymymom.com. You'll see my information. Definitely connect with me outside of there. So what we have coming up is season 3 of my Why My Mom book anthology and film, which is where I take on stories of others who say, hey, I have a mom story as well, and I don't know what to do with it. And we literally take it through the birthing process of 9 months of writing, of healing. Through my transformational coaching, I bring in different guests and speakers and therapists and counselors and all that. So it's one big healing moment, right? An experience to go from hating their mom, literally, I've seen it, to now having Sunday dinners through Zoom with them. So it is definitely a process that hurts and it's painful. It works once we do our work, right? And so when we get through with the chapters and we actually do their film and do docuseries, we've won, awards at film festivals internationally on that. And so definitely be on the lookout for us for that. But we also are getting ready to start. God has really charged me to make sure that this up a notch. So this Mother's Day will be our inaugural Why My Mom retreat. I typically do a business retreat for healing every year anyway in October. But this one is special, right? This one is going to be particularly for mothers and daughters to come together. We're going to be healing work together, right? We're going to be in one big house, a mansion actually on the beach in Sandbridge. The house is already booked, and I actually have, I think, 2 more spaces left. But mothers and daughters, come on out. And I have moms signed up who like, look, I don't know if she's coming, but I'm going to sign up in faith. And guess what? My faith matching her faith, and I know they're going to show up. So definitely see how you can connect with us, how you can support these authors, or how you can, become someone that I can support as well and with your healing.
Wow. Listen, sis, sign me up. I have a 15-year-old daughter. And so I am just excited. I'm excited to keep in contact. I'm excited to just participate and be a part of that, because I think it is so necessary. Those things that help us to heal, because that's genuinely how we find hope, how we are able to pick that hope back up. And so I'm excited. I'm excited for what you're doing. I cannot wait. Lock me in. Listen, I'm going on the website. I encourage each one of you sisters to please check out her website, whymymom.com. Go on. If you have daughters, listen, check out the retreat that's coming up. Sign up, lock yourself in. We want to celebrate hope for the holidays, and we want each and every sister to walk genuinely in that. Thank you so much, Keith, for joining me on today. I'm so grateful for your yes. And I just pray that everything that you're hoping for this holiday season, that it shall come to pass. Thank you so much.
In Jesus' name.